Hello, everybody. Looks like I'm going to run solo tonight, which is fine. I've done it before, and I'll do it again, I'm sure. So forgive me. I won't be able to keep up with the comments that good. Actually, I'll probably try to check out the comments to see what we need to talk about. Yeah, this is anyway. Well, Hidden, I'm waiting for a fucking audience, okay? A panel. This is why I start late, because my panel don't come in until after I'm supposed to start. People got lives. They ain't got time for this shit. Unfortunately, I don't have much of a life, so I do have time for these chats. And anyway, so been busy. I don't know what to tell you. I've been busy as hell. I ain't been able to keep up with crap that's going on. Just a little bit here and there. Getting a little tired of the Antifa, or however they're supposed to pronounce it, the fascist group that calls themselves the anti-fascist. The irony in that is just boggles the freaking mind. How somebody can be so fascist and yet call their whole group anti-fascist. Really? Oh my God, these kids are so fucking stupid. It just makes me sick. But anyway, moving on. So I'm not quite up to speed on current events. I look at stuff as much as I can, but I've been busy. Been in Tennessee this past weekend and worked the last 2 days, which are about 14-hour days for me. So I ain't had much me time at all to catch up on what the hell's going on in the world. Yeah, the Antifa, I guess is how they pronounce it, dude. What a what a crazy group that is. So anyway. Is there any subjects we need to talk about? If anybody is sub to Chuck Connors or Wolverine Prepper, they put out a video about some of us guys on YouTube that's excuse me, went down the wrong way. Have went to Loving on CZs. I've had mine for a few years now, so they put out a couple of good videos, just spoofs or whatever. It's kind of funny. So if you know Chuck Connors or Wolverine Prepper, go check our channels out. And I just thought that was funny. But they're tying in CZs as being, yeah, we're part of the reptilian group. It was kind of funny. I hadn't done it yet. I got to do a video. I got some new grips for my CZ. So when I do the video, I'll probably do it tomorrow. I'll talk about the reptilian skin grips I got just to go along with the joke. All right, Yellow, I'll send you a link. Let's see. I don't think I have. I hate fumbling through this live by myself. Okay, I'll send it to your channel inbox, YouTube inbox, Solar. Okay, let me see if I can. This is why you need at least 3 people on a panel, so a couple of guys can chit chat while you're working, doing something else. I'm so unprofessional tonight. All right, send your YouTube inbox, Curious Solar. I hate that I can't keep up with the chat. I got it. I'll send them one. Hello, Daniel. Well, thank you, Sonia. I appreciate it. I guess I'm pretty good at running my mouth on camera. Been doing this stuff for a few years. There he is. What's up, man? Sorry to make you suffer to get to your garage.
Wife helped me. Yeah, it was a rough week. I'm getting better, but the weekend tore me up. Doing too much work.
How did you hurt your ankle?
I've got I got a big Samsung front loader and washer and dryer, and I got them stacked and trying to get the garage all cleaned up, doing some painting and stuff. And I tried moving it by myself, and that wasn't the best idea I've had in a while.
Yeah, hindsight's a bitch, ain't it?
Yeah, it sucks. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah. So is it just something time heals, or is it surgery?
Yeah, you gotta. I've done this before, and I think the first time I've done it, the first few times I did it, never healed quite right, and now it doesn't take much to re-injure it. So, but it sucks. You can't really put any weight on it and can't walk very well. So it's getting better though. Well, hopefully. I'm just trying to take it easy and stay off of it.
Well, I hope it gets better soon.
Me too.
It sucks being injured. I've had a few small injuries that took me out of the game for a little while, and it ain't no fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I'm too young for this shit.
Yeah. But you're young, you'll bounce back.
Yeah. What do you think of this shit going on with North Korea?
I think it's all smoke and mirrors. I ain't saying that they won't do something, but man, what a suicide mission that would be.
Yeah.
They could actually pop off something and maybe even put a hurting on us, but wow, that would be just suicide, you know. I just don't see it happening. I think North Korea is the chihuahua in the room. It's fucking barking the loudest, it's making the most noise, but it's fucking harmless. I mean, it'll nip at your heels and all that, but
look at me. It's.
What'd you say? Sorry.
No, just they're like, look at me, you know. But I don't know. And then we get, I don't know. I look at all these, like, you know, the false flag type things that everybody talks about and whatnot. But you know, now I guess tomorrow we're supposed to test ICBM off there at the coast of California or something. I read about today. You know, it's just crazy how things fall into place. You know, you got that Gotham Shield drill going on up in New York, and it's like you wonder why they put these things into place at what specific times they do them, why they plan them when they do, and then the other things that fall into place at the same time. It's like you don't even know what to believe anymore.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I ain't saying that we couldn't go into World War III. It's very possible. We're on the edge of it. We are definitely on the edge of World War III. It's just a matter of somebody's itchy trigger finger being nervous and pushing it.
Yep.
They're that close to it. But, I mean, I don't consider North Korea a threat, but at the same time, they are. So it's hard to say. I mean, they're not a threat to annihilate America, but you know, they could start a chain reaction that could put the world in a just upside down.
For sure. But we could easily wipe them off the face of the earth without a doubt, but at the same time, do we really want to do that?
Yeah. And then you get into their allies and stuff. That's what I'm saying. It could start a domino effect, a chain reaction to get to the superpowers of the world in a conflict with each other. That's the threat they pose. It's not so much them hurting us, it's getting us involved into a whole world conflict. Not that technically, I would think we're in World War anyway. We're in how many freaking countries, already. But that's just the Mideast pretty much for now, as far as warfare. But you start bringing in China, Russia, fucking Europe's crippled right now with all their refugee problems. I don't know how much they would help or hinder or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's something that it does need to be dealt with. It needs to be paid attention to. You can't just ignore them. But I don't really think they are a direct threat. They're just a catalyst of something that could turn into something big.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you never know. But he's so unpredictable over there. You never know what that little creep's going to do.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing Gimp Geek put, could really do is directly to US's EMP from their satellite that floats over. Yeah. Yeah, that's the biggest threat. It's not necessarily a nuke hitting a city, which would be devastating, don't get me wrong. But it'd be more of a high overhead blast that takes out a chunk of the grid. I don't think one EMP, from all the research I've done, I don't think one EMP would take out their entire grid. I think it would take a couple. But, even one could be devastating.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they'd have to I don't think they have enough firepower, if that's the right word, to take out our whole grid.
No, I don't think so.
It would definitely take a few of them, and the chances of them actually getting this far, I don't think that's a possibility.
And we don't even know when it gets into our weapons. I mean, we don't know what capability we have as citizens. We don't know the capability we have to knock out a missile.
Right. Well, no, I was reading something on is it the THAAD something system we have? It's only maybe 90% effective. They don't know if it actually can take out if they were to launch an ICBM, if it can actually intercept it and take it out in time, or even hit it even hit it, I guess would be the right word.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we don't know. I mean, there's people in the military that knows, but
yeah.
So I mean, because the military always has more than they're going to let the public know they have. So now, does that mean they have something that could take out ICBM? I don't know. I'm sure they're working on it. I'm sure they got stuff that they hope that can, that does pretty good in test or something like that. But there ain't nothing 100%.
No.
But I still don't think North Korea would actually literally attack us unless we provoked them into it.
Yeah,
and even there was a little bit of a scare, and the news kind of twisted it around, saying that even if North Korea just tested missiles or tested an atomic bomb, that we were going to go to war with them. And that is not the policy of the United States. The United States, they actually said, because I kind of got to looking into it, if North Korea aggressively, if they did an act of aggression, then we would retaliate. Not just if they popped off a test missile.
Right.
We might retaliate for sanctions and blah, 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 but we wasn't going to attack them if they do test a nuclear bomb.
Right.
Nor should we, because hell, we've set off 1,200 of them some bitches ourselves.
Yeah, it's a scary situation. I think if who knows what could happen. We don't know what you and I don't know what we have, nor does I don't even think our government knows what North Korea actually has as far as their arsenal. I know I heard a lot of their stuff is all underground, and they could be building and transporting stuff through tunnels and stuff that we can't track, and we don't know what they're up to. We only know what goes on above the surface, and even that is not even 100%.
No. Nope. Nothing's 100%. I don't think it's 100%. Is life sucks, beer tastes good, and tomorrow the sun will come up tomorrow.
Cheers to that, man. Cheers to that. Yep.
There's a lot of powers a lot of behind the scenes power that want war, that want all out fucking war. I know a lot of people giving grief to Trump for hitting Assad, and I'm one of them. I don't think he should have done that. I'm very disappointed in that.
I totally agree with you on that. I think that we should have looked into that a little further, because I mean, even with the last strike, I think it was almost proven that it was the rebels. It wasn't Assad that even did that to it. That guy's not going to do that to his own people.
He was gaining ground on ISIS, with Russia's help and stuff. I mean, he's gaining ground on them. I mean, he was winning. Why in the hell would you all of a sudden pull out chemical weapons and use, even if it was ISIS and it was chemical weapons? Why would you pull that out when you're getting ahead of the game just to back up? I mean, it makes no sense. It's stupid. He wouldn't do that. I mean, who would?
Yeah.
But
he might be dumb, but I don't think he's that stupid.
No. It's ridiculous. And so I'm very disappointed in that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people on Facebook, I got a lot of political friends on Facebook, and they just turn coat on Trump. And I know he's aligning himself with some fucking people I don't like and powers I don't like. But just because he's president don't mean he has the power everybody think he has. He is not supreme leader of the fucking world.
He's just a puppet.
Go to the meeting and say, hey, I want this done. And they'd say, no, that ain't going to get done. This is what you're going to do. And he'll have to do it.
Yep. Exactly.
That's how the power behind the throne, that's how fucking powerful they are.
Now, I don't think it ever used to be that way, but I can guarantee you that's how it is now.
Yeah, it's definitely that way now. If you've never heard Eisenhower's fucking farewell speech when he was left office, go back and go look and find the original, the entire, it's only 15 minutes long.
Yep.
Look it up on YouTube. You'll find it. That's when the term industrial military complex was coined. He coined that phrase.
I've watched that several times, and it's almost eerie, creepy to listen to it and put it all together, and then you're like, holy crap, all this shit is coming true.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I read into it, or not even read into it, just caught, is the fact that he run into that. He, during his term as president, he ran into that power that was forming and saw the beast that it is.
Yep.
And that it was growing. That was the birth of it. And he saw, hey, America, y'all better watch out. This right here is going to get out of control. And that's what's happened. The industrial military complex is running this fucking country. And you can hate Trump, you can like Trump, you can whatever. I don't care. But don't think that his word is what he says is gold and it's going to happen. He is not in control as much as you think he is. He has influence, and he can. A president is nothing but a puppet. He has some power, and he can guide a country one way or another, but he is not supreme leader. He is not in control.
Nope.
So for people to turn on him, and these are the people that turn on him are fucking conspiracy theorists that know this shit. And this is what pisses me off even more about it. It's like, you know this. You know he is a fucking puppet. He has a certain amount of power, and he can wield that power the best he can. He can guide a country. He can veto shit. There's so much he can do. And he can take us in a better direction that we've been in the last 8 years. And he's doing that. So why in the hell are you fucking blasting him so hard? He's not going to be perfect. He don't have total control. So get off his fucking back, quit bitching about him, and just be glad Hillary's not in fucking office.
Amen.
Good evening, TR. Can you hear me?
Yep, got you, man. Thanks
All right.
for jumping in.
I hope you can hear me okay. I'm actually out at the retreat location on my sketchy kind of internet out here.
Actually, you coming in loud and clear.
How you doing, Combs?
Yeah. I'm doing well. I came out here for the electrical inspection in the morning, so hopefully I'll pass and my off-grid solar power will be good to go.
Good luck on that, man. I meant to comment on your video. I think the only thing I saw that might be an issue is I think you need to have your PV wires in conduit as well.
Well, but I want to be able to adjust the array seasonally, azimuth and elevation, so I can't have it rigid.
Right. Well, it may be because it's not such a, I don't know, tied-in system. Grid, at a grid tied, maybe they won't. Maybe he won't even look at it. He won't even care.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for. That when he gets up here and he sees no AC and it's just low voltage,
Yep.
that he'll be like, "Why am I here?" Because the clerk at the building permit office said, "I had a solar panel. You had to come. Here's my check for $106. Please give me my sticker."
Yeah. Don't even get me started on permitting.
This is a new thing to the county I'm in West Virginia, Hampshire County. When I built the house here, it was a $75 building permit. I required a perk test inspection, an inspection to cover the septic tank and the leach field, and an electrical inspection that comprised of a panel and one outlet with a GFI outlet on it. And then that was it. There was nothing else. And since that time, I started building in 2005. They went to Northern Virginia, took their code book, brought it out here, tore the cover sheet off, put West Virginia, Hampshire County on it, and everything's inspected now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pain
Now,
in the ass.
if you build something, this is where I think I made my mistake. Well, I didn't make a mistake. If you build something that's not connected to your residence, like a pole barn or a shed, it's a simple $25 fee. No, nothing else. And I did the ground mount on the panels. You couldn't miss it from the road. I said, you know what? It's not attached to the house. Let me go pay the $25 so I don't have to worry about this. And she asked, what are you doing? I said, I put a pole in to put solar panels on. And that pulled the trigger on the other form coming out and the electrical piece.
What is that system tied to the house? Electrical?
No. Nope.
Then
Completely standalone.
You're probably fine.
Well, let me get to that point tomorrow.
Let us know.
And I tried to. I've been a radio tech for 30 years. National Electric Code. I don't know. I know it's a thick book that sits on the shelf in the office.
Yep.
But I just plug shit in the wall and take it for granted. I don't go behind the faceplate of the outlet. I mean, I get it. I've done stuff like that. So I don't know what to expect tomorrow. I mean, I didn't go cheap on the stuff because I paid for all this and I don't want it to break.
Sure. No, everything
So,
looked good. Everything looked like it was done pretty much correctly, I would assume, without actually being there and inspecting it myself. But everything from the video looked like you did a very good job on it.
I had one buddy who's an electrician say I might have a problem because I only have one ground rod in the ground instead of two. And it needs to be a single piece of wire from one rod to the other into the bus bar. But I never heard of that before. I mean, I only had one ground rod in the house.
Yeah,
And hell, that
you should be fine. I never, anything that I deal with and I've seen in what I deal with, I've never, unless it's supposed to be an isolated ground, one ground is fine.
And I did it right. I got one of those ground rod drivers. The guy who built my house here pushed a house ground rod in on a 15-degree angle with the backhoe. So it's sticking out almost parallel with the ground. And they passed that back in 2005. Since then, I put a couple more ground rods in.
Yep.
So knock on wood. Cross your fingers for me, TR.
You probably will be okay. But I've seen some pictures and your videos and stuff. But I don't know. I don't know what the code is. I mean, I do electrical work, but I'm not a licensed electrician that keeps up with code. Stuff we do in the plant I'm at, I mean, we can do up to a certain point, and then some stuff we just don't have the manpower to do it, and we'll just hire contractors to come in that's bonded and licensed and all that, and let them figure out the freaking wire size that's needed and all that. Most of the time, I don't do new installations. It's more like repair or replace kind of thing,
I had to go to the electrical supply house to get the liquid tight flexible conduit.
Yep.
And I don't know what I was thinking. And the guy goes, "What do you need?" I said, "I need 10 feet of 2-inch liquid tight." All right. And he comes back, he cuts it. It was like $60. And I look at it, I go, shit. I didn't need 2-inch. I need 1.25 inches, 10 feet. He's like, "Well, I cut it. You own it."
Yep.
So I get this 10-foot piece of liquid tight in the shed now. Probably mice are going to move into it, and that'll be the end of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to come up with a new... Huh?
That stuff's not cheap.
No, that was a $60 screw up.
And then you didn't buy
you
probably didn't end up even buying the connectors for the 2-inch.
No, I had them in my hand, and they were like $18 a piece.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, "It's a good thing you only need 1.25 inches because they're like $8 a piece." So.
Yeah, I'm not an electrician. I'm a licensed low voltage contractor. We do audio, video, basically, security cameras. But we have to know the electrical code and all that type of stuff. And but from what I saw, everything looked all right, other than a questionable maybe there. It all depends on what the inspector's actually feeling like that day and what their code is locally as far as your PV wires, or what they require for that.
Yeah.
I know here they usually require that all to be in either some sort of a flex liquid tight or something.
Well, I did use wire loom on it.
And everything needs to be labeled clearly, and you need to make sure all your disconnects and everything are labeled.
All right, I did bring a Sharpie out. I could do that. Yeah, I can label the breaker box. I used A&L fuses because they were cheap.
Yeah.
And I just ordered, actually, for $10, a WET54G, a Linksys Ethernet bridge to hook up to the charge controller, because that charge controller has an Ethernet jack, but I don't have Ethernet cabling going up there, so I want to convert the Ethernet jack to Wi-Fi.
Okay.
and I got it for $10 on eBay, new in the box.
Let me know
But
how
it
that.
has a removal. Go ahead.
Let me know how that works for you. I've never tried those, but I've some of the bridges I've worked with are not very reliable.
Well, I got suckered in. I bought one of these little blue things. It looks like a USB drive.
Yep.
For an Xbox, and it doesn't work. So Linksys discontinued this model, but it had an antenna you could remove with a RP SMA connector, reverse polarity.
Yep.
So I bought a 12-foot pigtail with a bulkhead connector. So I'm just going to drill a hole through the bottom of the Hoffman box to get the SMA connector outside, hook it up to the device, and screw the antenna on the bottom of the box.
Okay.
And after the inspector leaves, I'll spray it with Flex Seal.
There you go.
Because they can fix those boats with that stuff.
Yeah, and well, if that actually doesn't end up working for you, let me know. You can PM me.
All right.
I can probably get you pointed in the right direction as far. I don't want to get into it on a chat, but as far as what you might need to get wireless network out there reliably.
Yeah, I got wireless internet service that comes over 802.11b, 2.4 gig from a company. And I had Cat 5 running out to the shed, but I ran the Cat 5 through the same conduit as a 220 line.
Oops.
Yeah. Well, that was grandfathered pre-inspection period. So it might have been inducing a little bit of a voltage on there, but every time we had a lightning strike, it would blow the ports on the routers.
Yep.
So I'd come up and I moved the cable over one port. I get about a year out of the router before they were all gone, then go get a couple more routers. But I don't want to do that with the charge controller because the Ethernet port on the charge controller is on the motherboard, and it's a $600 controller.
Right.
So I want to keep that wireless because we do get lightning strikes, and yeah,
Well,
I'm okay buying a $30 router every now and then. But
they do make surge suppression. I don't say surge protection because there's no such thing. But surge for Ethernet lines that don't affect speed or anything like that too. That you can put individually on each line.
yes. So right now I don't have internet in the shed. Strip back the cable, use my teeth, got whacked with a little voltage there. I was like, yeah, there's some coupling taking place here.
Yep.
So TR, is Blue joining us tonight?
I guess not. He must be on duty. I'm assuming I sent links out. So I always send a bunch of links out, and if you can join, you can join. If you can't, you can't. It's just the way it is.
I don't have the side chat up right now because every time I try, the internet starts to go to zero. So for those of you commenting on the side chat, I'm not ignoring you. I just don't have it up and running.
Well, Pops Quest said run 10 gauge wire for everything. You'll be good.
And it depends on how the distance and the voltage too, though.
Well, I did 8 gauge from the PV panels to the combiner box down to the charge controller.
Yeah, but you're not going that far, and you're only running what, a 12 volt? You're running 12 volt there.
Yeah, 12-volt system.
You should be fine.
Although I did put water in those batteries last weekend. I must not have been paying attention over the winter, because between the 4 of them, they took a half a gallon of water.
Yeah, that's a bit.
Now, none of the plates were exposed, but I was like, whoa, you look down in there with the flashlight, it looks good, but I kept pouring the water, and I'm like, where's this going? I need to get this project done so I can do some fun stuff, like ride the 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
There you go.
Pick up some ticks.
I don't mean to change topic really, but did you all see that video that Bizza Rizza put up a little bit ago about his nephew?
I seen one a few days ago about Devin.
Yep.
Yeah.
He posted another one this evening.
I didn't see that one though.
I have not.
Just amazing. The little kid is a hero, man.
Yeah, that's good. I hope he does a full recovery. I really do. Cancer's a bitch.
Yep.
But anyway.
So TR, we got no Rosie, we got no Blue, got no Rick. You got me.
I'm gonna try something, TR. I brought my little webcam up. See if I take
Mhm.
this laptop out on the deck and see if you guys can see through this little camera downtown out here at the bug out retreat location.
Yeah, go ahead.
Of course, it's been raining for 4 days out here.
Yeah, April showers bring May flowers, I guess, and we've gotten the showers. That's for damn sure.
You really can't. You can't see town; it's all fogged in. But I'll fire up the camera anyway. See if I can get this working.
Oh.
Pops, what's up, buddy? Did you get those on the low? Oh, he's muted. You don't know it.
You're muted, Rob.
I know, but the comms was talking, so.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Oh, am I still putting out?
No. Last time I talked to her, she said you wasn't.
Try to get this little camera working here. Hey, you can't see nothing.
Then I can see a driveway light or something.
That is my building permit in the window. I could take you on a tour in the retreat.
I don't think we'll see much. Oh, inside. Okay.
I'll show you the important stuff.
Yeah, there you go. As long as it's cold, it's good.
So it ain't a big place, but I like getting out here on the weekends.
Nice place you got.
It looks a little better during the day. Everything's on rainwater. Let me shut the camera off here.
Hey, it looks like it has a woman's touch, man. What's going on down there?
It's got to have a little bit. Every now and then the wife does come out.
Well, I understand that because when the wife and the in-laws and all come to the farm, they redecorate the whole damn place. So,
Huh.
You know, she really insisted I put a toilet in.
yeah, that's why I put in the highfalutin shitter shack.
Then I had to put a shower in, add hot water, put walls up.
That Pops, that thing ain't nothing fancy, but it does the job and it is well made.
We also
I'm struggling with it.
Sunday joined us too.
Hey, look at that. I'm struggling with a friggin' fan here. Kelly made me put together. I think I'm being punished or something.
You there, SoCal?
No, I'm not here at all.
Okay, checking.
All right. Thanks for asking. No, I'm trying to get the external chat up in a separated window.
I haven't figured that out on my Mac yet, so I keep the chat up on my phone and then I just watch the video here live.
I will tell you, dude. Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, I just paused mine. In case that was me feedback. I just paused mine.
Yeah, so Solar Bro. How's it going, everybody?
Hey, man.
Yeah, what you have to do, open up another tab. I use Chrome. You can use Safari, doesn't matter. Open up another tab and then go to the actual live chat, not the participation side, but the actual viewer side.
Yep.
And then click the little, there's like 3 little dots on the top right-hand corner. Click that, and it's like pop-out chat or something to that effect. Click that, and then close like a separate window will come out where the chat is, and then close the original viewing video that like everybody else is watching.
Yeah.
And you should be golden.
I don't do it that way. He's full of crap.
Are you on a Mac, Pops?
Just no. I'm on a PC, which is what everybody should be
Kelly.
using. Mac.
What's up, Kelly?
I'm done with Microsoft, man. Just can't take it anymore.
I'll quit when I can't run what I run. But all you do is you bring up freaking YouTube and pause the damn thing, and the chat still goes. He's talking all this freaking do this, do that, do the other thing.
I know what to do.
That's an IT guy for you. He's like 40 steps to do like 2 things, and it's ridiculous.
Blah, 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 blah.
I can't figure out how to get 2 Safari windows open at the same time. It's basically.
Hey, SoCal, I got it working.
Cool.
And I'm only on the 3rd beer.
I have my teeth cleaned today, and my teeth are like stupid sensitive. So I take a 7 milligram Vicodin before I go to the dentist. So I'm like, duh, today, feeling the flow of pharmaceuticals. And yeah, I was pretty surprised I could actually explain that using bigger words than like dog and cat.
Oh, you gotta have a screwdriver.
The
one named Philip.
And this probably isn't the right time to be handling a firearm, but I'll just show for the audience.
Yes.
Just show for the audience. It is clear.
Yes, what?
No, you're supposed to pull the trigger towards the camera. That's how you do it.
And then see in there. Oh, look what I got today. Woo-hoo.
That looks like the Audi hurt you end.
I'm so happy. I love being able to get firearms that aren't allowed in California through every loophole in the laws that I can find. Legally.
I don't know how you live in that state.
Me neither. I just find loopholes.
Yeah, I had to take paid time off tomorrow for this building inspector. But I got to tell you, when I crossed that West Virginia line, I feel like I took a Vicodin.
Yeah, I got to do. I'll probably do it tomorrow, Rob and SoCal. I done this. I got these in last week, but I got some new grips for my CZ. And so when I do my review, I'll have to talk about how it's like a reptile skin.
The reptilian thing.
That was funny, dude. that was Chuck Connors and Ohio. Wolverine Prepper. That was that was awesome.
Well, if I hadn't had a few beers, I'd take you guys over to my target shooting pit here and exercise the SIG a little bit.
Come on, don't threaten us with a good time, you pussy. Come on.
Yeah, I'm emotionally attached to the idea of keeping them.
Yeah.
TR will get 40 comments tomorrow. He was shooting that night, drinking a beer.
Hey, I opened a chat one time shooting rounds over the top of my damn laptop. Don't tell me I won't do it. I won't play around. I do it. Yeah,
I can't claim that it was the first live chat shooting because I'm sure it's been done before. But far as any of the people that I know and on my chat, he unloaded a Glock on camera live. The window's open.
Hey, TR, I think your Sunday night chats would be a whole lot better if you moved them to Saturday night.
Hey,
yes.
I'll never ask you to do something
that.
I wouldn't do. I'll never ask you to do something I won't do myself. That's the way I live my life.
I would second that, Combs. Move it to Saturday night. And do it a little earlier.
No,
Yes.
It's a good time, but
I
don't do a lot of
this. I fell into this time slot from other chats. Is how that kind of come about.
I
Yeah,
think
I
Saturday'd be
can't
better.
complain about it. It's nice and early for me. I mean, it's still daylight out where I live. You know, it's only 7:25. So
Yeah,
listening
Sunday
for you
night's
guys.
rough for a lot of people. I do. I understand that because you get, especially on the East Coast, you got to work and all that. But like I say, I don't get home
Yeah,
till almost 9 o'clock. So
I
So
usually
we doing
watch from bed and then I pass out. You know.
Something
ATR?
about these chats get me all wrangled and wild and friggin' riled up. It takes me hours to get to sleep on Sunday night after even last Sunday I didn't talk much, but just get all friggin' amped up.
I think TR should do a pilot run and run 2 Saturday chats.
Or we could start a different one. Why don't you do one, Pop? Or not?
I'm trying to do Chinese arithmetic here.
You got your
No,
abacus?
it's in the tool bag.
Your abacus
I'm
is
trying
in
to
the
put
tool bag.
together. Trying to put this together.
Doesn't it have those little clip thingies?
From China
Yeah, but
Mart?
you gotta undo this, and it's a little more involved than I like. To be honest with you, at this time of night after a couple drinks, really. But
So, in here? Or
yeah,
back?
whichever's the tool bag. Yep.
Do you really need the finger guard?
Not really. I
There you
mean,
go.
you're talking to a man that ain't got many, so yeah.
Your girl will only put her finger in there once, and the other two will learn from the first.
I know, right? They just want to be
Daniel.
like their pop. There's nothing in here that we need.
And I figured it out. I know how to open 2 windows in Safari now.
All right. I use Chrome. I can't stand Safari.
You have a Mac?
Yeah, I'm a IT administrator. I have to deal with Windows servers and about 450 workstations on a daily basis. The last thing I want to do when I get home is deal with more of them.
Yeah, I deal with that too.
Recently, I changed from, well, not recently, about 3 years ago, I went full Mac at home. I only use PCs for things that Mac can't do.
Yeah, I switched to Mac completely about 6 months ago because I was over it. I deal with it at work, and I don't want to deal with it when I come home.
Yeah.
My house, the same thing. I had the kids on Windows. The computers kept breaking. I bought 2 Macs. One's 8 years old, and the other one's 5 years old. They don't ever ask me a computer question. Then they got a MacBook Pro and a couple iPads. I just got the Windows computers for the ham radio stuff.
You can run Parallels on your Mac if you want.
You mean like a boot camp?
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Sort of like that, but Parallels, or I use the VMware Fusion, where you can run Windows literally in the background if you wanted to. Fusion is pretty cool because I don't know if Parallels does this, but Fusion allows you to run a Windows device or computer on a virtual machine on your Mac, and you can actually start applications without you actually even being in the Windows environment. You can just create a list of applications that you want to use in Windows, and you can drop down a list and click on the application, and it'll start it. Just the application. You don't even have to see the Windows environment on your Mac. It's pretty cool.
I want to run the Mac OS on Windows machines.
Pop's shaking his head.
Good luck with that. You could probably run it in VMware if you installed it, VMware Workstation.
I mean, if it wasn't for my Pactor modem for my HF radio, I wouldn't own the Windows machine. It's
Right.
the only thing that stops me from bailing on Microsoft.
Yeah, you're stuck. Windows is just easier to write programs for. They're not so locked down.
So here you go, TR. You want to hear a big screw-up story? I left the retreat location here last Sunday, right? I'm in a rush. I'm packing the car. I had all the HF radio equipment sitting on the deck. Guess what I left on the deck? All the radio equipment. I pulled up here tonight, and all the bags are sitting by the front door.
At least they're still sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good news. That's not bad news.
I didn't even realize it that I forgot them up here.
Anytime you take a trip, there's always something you forget. I've done it every time. Every time I've gone down to Rob's, or especially for like Farmageddon or something, there'll be stuff. I forgot. I wanted to bring my CZ down. I get down there, it's like, damn, I forgot my CZ. I forgot my damn shotgun. But I do have a sleeping bag this time. Last time I forgot my damn sleeping bag.
I always overpack and then always forget something that's more important than the shit I overpacked.
Yep, exactly.
Oh,
I've gone camping up here where I live and go to Joe Cassie, got the camper, everything I need, food, beer, ice. Fuck, I forgot my damn bag with my clothes in it. Went to Dollar General, bought some damn t-shirts and shit.
Yeah, well, at least your stuff was still sitting on the porch when you got back there.
that would have been really bad. I had planned to make videos last weekend and power project and tripped over a 12-pack, and that was the end of that.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah, been there, done that.
Past weekend, I grabbed my memory card and I was like, okay, I got hours of damn Farmageddon. Let me edit some videos and at least get them ready. I ain't, maybe put them up when I get back, but get them chopped up and all that shit. So I get up there and got a little free time and grabbed the wrong fucking memory card. It's shit from back last year. I was like, son of a bitch.
You probably still got shit you hadn't posted from last year. That's the good news.
True, too. Yeah, I got a lot of video footage I don't post, I'm like, ain't that good. Whatever.
A couple of weekends ago, I come out here and walk out on the deck in the morning, and there's a couple of deer sitting right under the tree stand, and I can't find my glasses. Grab the camera, and I'm clicking pictures, and I'm like, oh, these are great pictures. I mean, the deer are right there. And I see a message flashing up, but without the glasses, I don't know what the hell it is. I go inside, put the glasses on. Yeah, it's nice. Done porn. Yeah, the message is insert memory card.
Oh.
Oops.
All right, finish up, guys.
So you just
No,
just put a memory card in. So you just put a memory card in then, right?
Yeah, the deer were gone then.
No.
Yeah, when you have several people on your property rotating through the cameras, you got to make sure everybody knows. When you look at the camera freaking cards to put them back, you come back to hunt and you're like, I wonder what's on the cards, and you walk in the shed and all the cards are sitting on the table.
Yep, grab somebody's date night card. Whoa, didn't mean to get that one.
Hey, Robbie, have you changed your? Are you still running that flat, low-profile site on your CZ, or have you put the fatty on? Have you gone through that process yet?
Nope, I've done nothing. I swear to God, I don't want to do nothing to these things. I
don't like this little teeny tiny switch for the safety. I want to change mine. I took the slide off. Yeah, there's that. I took the slide off, and in the condition I am tonight, coming back from the dentist, I'm just like, fuck that. I put the slide back on, and I'll just leave it there until Saturday when I can think straight.
Didn't you get a new set of sights for your CZ, Rob?
Yeah, that for the tactical sport. He's talking about the Shadow, but yeah, this doesn't come with the fiber optic. So I finally got that, which I'll be putting on soon. I'm waiting on a drill bit because you got to slide this bastard in. You got to slide it in the dovetail, and I'm used to Glock sights where you just screw the damn thing in, but it's got a little dovetail. You slide it in, and then you got to drill through it and then put the roll pin back through it. So it's a little more involved, but But you're talking about the safety on the Shadow too, right? You want to put the big fat one back on there?
Yeah, this tiny, thin, super thin profile one.
Yeah. So you like to have a place to rest your thumb on.
It's not so much rest the thumb on it. It's just, it's so much easier to engage and disengage.
Yeah, I agree. I'm enjoying this because actually when I'm like the other day when I was done shooting, I'd put it on safe and then I'd drop it in the holster, and then before I'd hit the timer, I'd just click the safety off and I'd be ready to go. And when you're out there by yourself, I figured it's, you know, the safer you can be, the better. So I'm definitely going to put mine on too, but I haven't done that yet. I think they're, from what I've seen, they're pretty easy to do. There's YouTube videos about it.
Yeah, I pulled the slide off and gawked in there for the first time, and there's springs and things, and I wasn't really feeling like I wanted to learn anything at the moment, so save it for another day.
It ain't like breaking down a Glock. That's for damn sure. That's the one thing I've had to come to terms with is when I really want to do a thorough cleaning on this, I'm gonna have to break out some tools, and it's not gonna be fun. But I think after the first few times, you'll get used to it. So
yeah, I had to actually read the manual to figure out how to get the damn slide off. I know I had heard it before, but I forgot about the two little lines you have to line up. They made that so obvious, and then the pin that you have to push out. It's like, oh, yeah, they made that nice and big.
Yeah, it's
oversized.
Too, so.
I had to use a plastic nylon punch to get it out of there. It's like, dude, really? Is this necessary?
I kind of like it the way it breaks down because and once you do that, everything just comes apart. So
yeah, it's very 1911 or USP-esque, but it's like, dude, you can do a 1911 or a USP or a Browning or any other gun like that. You can just use your thumb and it pops right out. This thing, it's like
the more I look at this, the more I realize the quality about the design and the full length rails and everything. It's just ridiculous. It really is. I've been living in Fantasyland my whole life until now.
I
think that video you put out with the shot group kind of just said it all, didn't it?
Yeah, that was very telling, and I didn't bullshit. That was straight up, guys. No, there was nothing. Nothing about that.
That one video sold me. I was like, got one. I need this. I'll never shoot competitively, but I still need this.
I was thinking of getting a damn CZ here soon from all you guys.
Get one. Don't get a plastic one because those, you know, get you a steel heavy bitch. I don't care what model it is. Just get a big, heavy steel freaking CZ, and swear to God, whatever model it is, you'll love the shit out of it.
Yeah, I'm about over the damn Glock.
My favorite plastic gun is the VP9, but I'm ready for heavy guns.
I still carry a Glock just because of the lightweight. But far as my favorite, you can say my favorite. But far as if I'm going to shoot 9mm, it's going to be a CZ.
Yeah, that's my carry too. That's my Glock, and it's rock. It's ready to rock. So
yeah, they're great for self-defense.
Yeah, I don't know it's there. Absolutely.
Am I the only dinosaur here with a SIG?
No, SoCal's a SIG freaking guru. He's legioned up to the freaking nth degree.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm going next either. It's going to be a CZ or a SIG P320. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm a total SIG fanboy. I have like one of everything SIG ever made. I love SIG. SIG is my thing. That and USPs. HK USPs are friggin' awesome too.
Yeah, I've only got the 228. That's it. I figured I wear it out, I'll get another one.
Well, I did the underwater test in my pool of the Mark 25, if you're interested in watching that.
That one didn't shoot underwater, did it? I don't remember.
I can't remember. I just did
I know
it
the
to play
HK
around.
did. I remember the HK shot underwater.
Yep, it did great. And yeah, you're right. The Mark 25 did not. The HK freaking ran.
Hell yeah, man. That's my carry
That's
gun.
funny.
HK USP compact.
And the Glock, it ran every like 2 or 3 rounds, and then it would hiccup. But I need to do another test. I need to do a CZ underwater test next, because now that I'm a CZ fanboy, I gotta step it up.
Have TR bring his gun over then.
Actually, if I did a Shadow 2 underwater test, that might be the first one to ever hit the internet. That could make me like 50 cents if it went viral nowadays with gun channels.
What Pops? What does that feel like when you're shooting it underwater? Is it any different?
I mean, it's like anything underwater. There's no recoil. It just feels kind of odd. You have to kind of get up out of the water to rack it because it doesn't feel right. You don't want to be unsafe. So, a lot of times I'll shoot it underwater, but then I'll kind of bring it up out of the water to kind of feel what's going on. And but the rounds only go like 5 feet, so you're not going to damage your pool or nothing.
Is the sound suppression pretty negligible, or?
Oh yeah, it's like a poof and then air bubbles come up. That's it.
Just a loud thump.
Yeah, you should try it in the summertime. Try it with a few years. It'll blow your mind.
What if I try it in the wintertime?
Well, you'll just freeze.
Oh, I have to get in the pool to do it. Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward. It's a little awkward to lean down in there and do it. You kind of have to get down in there with it.
And how cold does it get in the winter in Southern California?
Well, my pool gets like 58, so it gets pretty damn cold. So yeah,
to someone that lives in Southern California, that's freezing.
Yeah, I'm not getting in a pool full of 58-degree water. The ocean's warmer than that.
Yeah, me neither.
I could take it to the ocean, though. I'm guessing they would get mad at me.
You might not want to make that a video. Here's my confession.
Yeah, that's probably good advice right there.
I mean, I'm glad you never damaged any of your guns. I just worry about bulging the barrel, it being in water. But, it's just me.
Yeah, that would be my concern as well.
I mean, it's only a couple feet underwater. There's not that much pressure, I don't think. But I mean,
you got an obstruction in your barrel.
Yeah, it's just water. I wouldn't worry about it.
It's the
water. 1,200 feet per second. That's why I say the barrel may go this way instead of pushing the water out that way.
I mean, that's why they call it an underwater test. It's not an underwater perfection. It's a test, because if it did a banana peel on me, I'd be like, well, this is what happens. See you later, YouTube.
Do you do any special cleaning after you've shot underwater? You like totally disassemble it, or just don't worry about it?
No, it cleans itself. That's half the reason I do it. It's just to clean the gun. You're
not worried about rust or anything getting in certain parts of the gun?
Not on a Glock. I mean, there's nothing to really worry about. I've never cleaned. I literally clean my Glocks in the kitchen sink. My wife will tell you, with Dawn detergent and shit like that. And then I just put a hairdryer in front of it, superheat it to where it heats way up, and then that's it. Oil it a little bit, and I'm done. So that's it. And don't do that, because that's not the proper way. But I'm just telling you what I do.
I clean my gun like Pops just told me to, and now this son of a bitch is all rusted up.
Yeah, no bueno. That's not good.
I just wiped the sink down with Rem oil wipes. That's all.
I still ain't cleaned any of mine from Farmageddon. They're still. I boiled them up and threw them back in the safe.
Well, now there's something. There's something about cleaning your guns after a mag or two, but when you've run thousands of rounds, or when you run a gun until it starts to fail, that shit is caked. I mean, like this sumbitch had powder burns coming out of the trigger guard. I mean, it was black to here. There was a black circle here is ridiculous. Because you know, that last little training session of the day, I put on video, but I mean, I put hundreds of rounds through that sumbitch, and the shit's just caked on. It's caked on black. You take it down, there's shit everywhere. It's just, I mean, you have to clean the piss out of them.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no just putting them away or wiping them down. You got to clean the living piss out of them when they get like that.
No, mine weren't like I didn't shoot thousands of rounds or even. Yeah, I probably shot maybe 200-300 rounds, maybe 400 rounds per gun. That was it. But it wasn't. I looked at them. They weren't. They looked dirty, but they weren't like caked on dirty. Because I had to be. They were nice and clean before I got there.
I tend to shoot until they're just freaking mess. Absolute fucking mess. Either that or when I run out of ammo, one of the two.
I need to
I'm
go
not big.
pull them
I'm
apart.
not big at cleaning guns either.
Have you ever run out of ammo? I don't know what this means.
Not really. I think no, I don't really think I have. I've forgotten to bring the right ammo, but that's not really running out.
Yeah, I don't shoot at my house. I don't shoot that much at one time. I just go out and, you know, run a few mags and I bring it in. So, I mean, it takes me a while to really run a lot of ammo because I'm not big on going out. Okay, I'm going to shoot. I don't have to go to a range. It'd be different if you go to a range and that's the only place you can shoot, the only time you can shoot. So you kind of plan a day around it and you shoot up, you know, hundreds of rounds or 1,000 rounds of ammo. Be different then. Then you got, yeah, okay, clean the gun. Just run a mag. And then I throw it back in the safe or beside the bed, or would depend on which gun it is. And
Well, 100,000 years from now, when archaeologists dig up this mountain here, they're going to think the Normandy invasion started on my lot. Because there's probably 100,000 spent shell casings out there in the grass. I always joke there's more brass than grass in the front yard because all the neighbors come down. Once I put that target shooting pit in, I won't be here for a month. People call me up. Yeah, we're going down to your place to shoot today. All right. Don't shoot the solar panels.
Don't tell Coda Boy that. He'll be there with his pillowcase picking them all up.
I'll fill it full of friggin' rocks and pine cones.
He better bring a bunch of pillowcases because.
Who was that? That was that you?
Brad, Pyro Brad.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was my brother-in-law. He did that. That was funny.
That was my idea. It was friggin' awesome.
Oh, really?
Hey, okay, so I got to change, not a total change of topic, but so I was talking to Rammer last night, Gay Bob, and we're planning a camping trip, but I kind of threw it past him. I was talking to him about hunting. I've never hunted ever, anything other than, you know, ground squirrels and whatever, but he's trying to talk me into getting a deer and a bear tag. So I don't know shit about hunting. I don't think I really need to know too much about hunting other than shoot for the heart, right? But my question is, what are you guys' opinions on a nice, like a really nice, well-built, silky, sweet hunting rifle? I was looking at Remington 700 R5s the other night. They look kind of good, but shit, I don't know.
Can I ask what state we're going to hunt in?
Guess.
It ain't gonna be communist California, so.
No, it is. Yeah, he goes hunting just south of Yosemite in an area called Kings Canyon, I think it is. It's kind of like, not necessarily, it's like Sequoia area, but it's not necessarily the redwoods.
I've spent a lot of money on hunting rifles over the years. A lot of money on scopes, slings, straps, sights, and the one gun that's killed the most critters of all the guns in the safe is a Walmart Marlin 3030.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got a Remington 3030. That's
$200-300 bucks. Nothing fancy. You drop it, you scratch it, gets rusty, doesn't give a shit. Marlin 3030. I like the Marlin because it's a side eject. I'm trying to think of the other 3030 now. It's a top eject, but that can cause problems with a scope. Go to the China Mart, pick yourself up a Marlin 3030. Drops them critters all day long.
I agree.
All right.
I disagree.
I don't have any 3030 well, I do have some 3030 old Remington, or not Winchesters rather, lever actions that my dad left me, but I was kind of hoping to go I wouldn't use those. Those are like original like 1898s or whatever they are, but
they go bang.
I don't know. The front sights are falling off of them, and I'm not going to use a 130-year-old gun to go hunting. But no, I was hoping somebody would come up with something like 308, just because.
Well, I do have a Remington. Remington 700 VTR in 308, which has got that triangular barrel on it with the integrated muzzle brake.
Right.
And, it's a bolt action. It is silky smooth. It doesn't have the recalled trigger in it, so it's good there. But I love that rifle. That thing is very, very accurate.
I asked where you're hunting, because if you're going to have a lot of thicket and brush around, the 3030 is great because it punches through that stuff. But if you're going to have open field shots, then a 700 or a 308, those are fine. But if you're going to be in thicket, where they're 15 feet away or 30 feet away, and you see them for a second, then they're gone. Right. You see them for a second. That's what it's like here in West Virginia, and that's why the 3030 is good. But upstate New York, where you have a big farmer's field and you're on one side of the field and you see them eating on the other side, 30-06, 700, 308, just depends on where you're going to be at.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. Where it's mostly up and down hills with small bushes, but it's like pine forest basically. Can't really shoot through a tree with anything, but yeah, for the most part, there's not a lot of bushes.
It's easier if you hit them with the car on the way out in the morning.
Yeah,
I imagine.
Rob's got a couple of guns you can shoot through trees.
Yeah.
Here.
Put a bullet hole in them just for the game warden. Load them up.
You can pick up a nice 700 for around $650, $700.
Oh,
he's already got don't you got the SIG Tactical 308 and all that shit?
I have that SIG SSG 3000, but that thing weighs 13 pounds, dude. I'm not going to be carrying that shit up and down mountains.
No, you're fine. Carry that thing in there. Ramro will take it easy.
You know what I'll do? I'll call Randy and see if he'll rent me Nick for a while to carry it around for me.
Are you allowed to shoot 223 for hunting deer or anything?
Probably. I just want something with a little more mass.
Yeah. I'd go with a 308 then.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Hump that big heavy bastard in there. If you enjoy the hunt, go buy a light hunting rifle for next season. Suffer through it this year and be done with it.
Yeah. Great advice, brother. Thanks.
I've seen Ramro hunt. He does a lot of hiking. He does a lot of stalking. He's really good. So you got a good guide. But I think you can walk in with whatever you need and you'll be fine. I really do. I think you'll be fine.
I got the perfect gun. Just go get a Mosin Nagant. There you go.
All right, I have a Mosin. I've never shot it, but
in case you need to beat it over the head.
Exactly.
You'd be better off getting a really good hunting knife. Not
just throw it at it.
No, just shooting. It's the easy part. Field dressing, it's the pain in the ass. and some buck knife from China Mart at the checkout line ain't where you want to say, hey, check out my new knife.
Yep.
You know,
Right.
do a little research, get a good sharp knife. You know, at the risk of being ridiculed, take a couple pair of rubber gloves, an unscented kitchen trash bag, so you can start putting the meat in the bag. Take a feed sack, so you can start taking out the good pieces. I don't know if you're allowed to call them in out there. Can you call them in out there, or you have to take them to a check station?
I don't know the answer to that.
Right. So you don't want to be sitting there with a dull knife, stabbing this damn thing in the asshole. You know, trying to get the get the bag out.
A good knife and a good gut hook, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I know Ramro. For you guys who don't know, I'm Ramro. Has a new YouTube channel that he's starting for reasons I won't explain, but yeah, he is now Ramro 2.0. So if you guys were previously subscribed to him, go check him out on his new channel, Ramro 2.0. But on that note, yeah, he's going to be with me, and he's been doing this for his whole life. So I'll have a good teacher. I'm not going to just take my cruddy old Benchmade and start stabbing anything in the asshole, hopefully.
Yeah, I tell you, I got my deer this past hunting season, and it was within the last 5 minutes of the day because there's a sunrise and sunset printed sheet out here in West Virginia. And I was kind of just looking forward to getting out of the tree stand and go eat. And here comes the deer, and I'm like, all right, let me do this. And it's the first day of hunting season, and on the first day out here, you have to take the deer to the check station. You can't field dress it and just use the phone and call it in. So that means you have to gut it. You can't field dress it. So my neighbor comes down, we gut it real quick, put it in the back of the pickup truck, run down to the check station, check it in, and he goes, well, let's go eat. All right. It's cold out. We'll leave it in the bed of the pickup truck. So we go eat, come back up, pull it up, field dress it, cut up all the meat, bury the carcass. And I don't think nothing of this. You know, I go back home to Virginia. I'm going to work for a week and a half. And my wife goes, you ought to get the truck washed. I was like, yeah, it does look pretty nasty. So I go to this automatic car wash in Northern Virginia where you can walk through the glass and see the different stages. And before the truck goes into the car wash, they spray it down with these pressure washers. And the blood is pouring out of the bed of the pickup truck. I mean, you can see it's like somebody's dying in the back of the truck. I had no idea how much blood came out of that deer. And, you know, English isn't their first language, and they're looking at me, and there's nothing but blood pouring out of the blacktop. I'm like, oh, somebody's going to call 911. The whole time the truck's going through, the bubbles are coming up pink.
Nice.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just looked at everybody and just went, you know, like, shh.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm fairly confident to say that I know just from listening to Craig talk about it in the past that he usually quarters the deer, takes all the good stuff, and I think all he needs to take is the rack or the head, depending on what he's got. So you can leave like the main carcass out there and all the shit that you don't need. Just leave it out in the forest, and it'll be used up in a couple of days, if not instantly, by all the critters and whatnot.
Yeah, in West Virginia, except for the day one, and it's just this county because they're starting to see that chronic wasting disease. And this was the first year they sent notice out. If you get a deer on opening day, you have to bring it in. Any other day, you call the 1-800 number, press 1 for doe, press 2 for buck, punch in your license number. You have to buy a doe tag, and it just reads you back a number, and you have to put the tag on the meat when you're transporting it. It's just this was the first day, and I was like, if I had it to do over, I probably wouldn't have done it.
Where I go in Tennessee, you don't even have to do that. They have an app on your phone. You just do it all on that. But it's pretty much.
Yeah, they got an app, but I refuse to download any apps.
Because you don't know what you're doing. The death app.
As far as I know, in South Carolina, it's just on the honor system. You don't check in shit anymore. We used to have them, but they don't now.
They got a term for that out here. It's called freezer check them.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I could do that too, but the only thing is if I want to go take it up to the processor and get it taken care of, that all has to match.
Yeah, you have to have that tag on when you're transporting it in case you get stopped. Otherwise, it has no significance whatsoever.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a landowner in West Virginia, no license needed.
Same in Tennessee. I'm a landowner in Tennessee. I don't require a license, but I do have to follow the same bag limits.
Yeah, you have to have a license for private kill.
Maybe.
Here in
I get I get what they call a land permit, and that's about it. And then you still have to call it in, but you don't have to actually physically go get a license and pay for it.
All the laws are across the board here in South Carolina, whether you're a private landowner or you hunting government land or anything. You have to have a license, and limits apply. No sex days apply. Everything. Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. It's all the same rules all apply, but I don't have to physically go down and get a license. I just have to make sure I apply and say I'm a landowner and get it. They basically issue a land permit, landowner permit, and then you got to follow the same guidelines everybody else does. But
well, you still have to get those tags for private land here.
Yeah.
Yeah, out here you have to be a resident landowner. So even though I own land in West Virginia, I'm a resident of Virginia. I still have to buy a non-resident license.
I got around that by because I don't live in Tennessee, and this is the same thing there, but my parents live there, so I put my dad's name on the deed, and so there's like a loophole there where I can use it. It's kind of like family, but it's also a landowner. So
allegedly, right?
Yeah, but so we do it that way. Allegedly, supposedly.
Hypothetically.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you never know when TR is going to save these and post these or let them run through.
I don't give a shit. Come get me.
All my chats stay up. I've never took a chat down. I might make a fucking nickel off this. You never know.
Make anything off? Oh, you didn't make nothing off last week, did you?
The last two they took. No, the last. I didn't monetize the last chat, and I'm a son of a bitch. I popped it up at work, and they running ads on it. But the two before that, they demonetized. I'm like, well, you son of a bitch, so I monetized this one.
You haven't used the F word yet.
Yeah, fuck them.
There goes your 50 cent.
I watch him just to see what a jackass I was.
Well, back when I used to get, there was a time there. Every time I'd get on a chat, I'd say something, whatever, non-politically correct, and I'd get these PMs the next day, like freaking Bibles, like long, like how I said something and offended somebody, and it went on and on and on and on. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, I couldn't say anything right. So I'd go back and listen to the chat just to see what the hell I said, and I'm like, well, shit, I didn't say nothing that I normally wouldn't say, but something you say is going to offend somebody, you know. And it was more on the political chats, which is why I fucking hate them now, and current events and anything you can say is going to offend somebody. So yeah, I like these kind of chats better.
Yeah, that's why I slowly transformed them. I mean, we hit on some political subjects, probably more on Tuesday than anything. And, you know, a little bit here and there, but for the most part, I have more fun just doing bullshit chats. And I think the audience, I mean, as my chats have evolved, just the bullshit chats are a lot more fun. I mean, we talk serious stuff and we bounce around. We talk about funny stuff or just, you know, what's going on or guns or whatever it is, and just kind of mix it up. It's a lot more fun than just trying to have a political chat. Because when I first started doing them, it was a political chat. It just kind of evolved from there, you know.
Yeah, I don't keep up with current events anymore, so I feel a little out of place, you know. So sometimes, especially when Rosie's on here, I love her, you know, whatever. But I don't. Sometimes the topic gets serious, and I'm like, man, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So I'll just, you know,
Fall asleep.
I like to listen to
I
it.
feel the same way. Mostly since Trump got elected, about the news I watch, I look at is I occasionally pop on like Drudge Report or something like that and read a couple of the headlines or something. But as far as the news, I don't turn it on. I don't listen to it. I don't watch it. I don't do anything with it.
I work with 3 liberals, and I got this office chat or text messaging going on the phone, and they just endlessly stream me stuff. Well, Trump did this and Trump did that, and I got a picture of a coffee cup that says, "Every morning I wake up so happy that Trump is still president," and I just keep emailing them that picture. That's the respect. That's about as political as I get.
Yeah, the other day, my buddy sent me like one of those things from Facebook, whatever it is. It's like a bunch of pictures all in one picture, and it's Trump and the general, and it shows a picture of like the Moab bomb, and you see Trump there with a weird face in a bubble. It says, "What is that?" And he's like, "You want to find out?" He's like, "Yeah." And then all of a sudden, it just shows it blowing up, and they're just both dying laughing.
The guys in my office were so bad. I took election day off from work and the next day off from work because I didn't think Trump was going to win. And I got my first smartphone like a year and a half ago because I just hate these cell phones. So I'm behind the bell curve here with all this instant messaging bullshit and the texting and the animated GIFs coming in and all these memes or mimes and stuff. And they just were hounding the shit out of me. I was like, all right, I can't take this abuse. I'm going out to West Virginia, going to get a 12-pack, hang out with my Bubba buddies, and just cry. And as the night started to turn, I started to get a little smarter on my smartphone, and I found this animated picture of a guy walking out and dropping a microphone. Boom. And they stopped chatting me that night. I was like, all right, this is turning. Sent them the mic drop.
I don't have any liberal friends, so luckily I don't have to deal with that with the people sending me crap that I don't want to look at and making fun of Trump and stuff. Everybody I'm pretty much friends with is all pretty much like mindset. So
I just sent him the coffee cup. I'm gonna find my phone. I'll send TR the coffee cup, and he can show it on his camera.
We have a super liberal, like, how do I put this in a politically correct way? She plays for the other team, I would say. Wears really comfortable shoes, I guess you could say. She came into work after the election. I was hungover. I was up all night, watching the results pour in, whatever. And she comes in. Just looks like she got hit by a bus. Hair's all fucked up. Totally unkept looking clothing. Just, what the hell happened to you? She's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should kill myself now or just spend the next 4 years totally stoned. And I'm like, what's wrong? Had a bad night? She's like, well, who do you vote for? I'm like, I voted for my Second Amendment. I didn't really see a choice. She's like, well, fuck.
And then you told her it was going to be 8 years, and she fucking about lost it.
I'm like, have a nice day.
I think TR got the picture.
There we go. See if I can get it to come up right.
I love when
I wake up in the morning and Donald Trump is my president. Still president. Y'all get
no matter what.
Y'all get the email.
I was talking earlier.
1500. What is it called? Your Trump 1600 update every day. Y'all get those emails every day?
No.
I'm special, I guess.
See,
What are they
I don't
called?
know. I don't know how politically incorrect we can go down this rabbit hole on TR's chat.
We could probably
I
get
think
pretty
we can go
deep.
pretty deep. I mean, it doesn't really fucking
Yeah,
matter.
we go pretty deep.
But I'm important.
That's what she said anyway. But,
This is all the stuff people said.
As I talked earlier, you guys wasn't in here yet.
No, you can't see that. That's gonna be too small.
The ones is the liberals actually went off the reservation. I'm kind of surprised how far they've gone. Then the Antifa, whatever the fuck they are, those fucking morons.
Antifa?
Huh? Antifa? Yeah, okay, however you pronounce it. Fucking morons.
I'm liberal ignorant. What's an Antifa?
That's these like Berkeley riots and shit, the ones with the mask, and they're anti-fascist,
Yeah, exactly.
but they're actually the fascist because they don't even know what the fuck fascist is. They think Trump's a fascist.
The
Actually,
fascists
they're
that
the
call
fucking
everybody else
fascists.
fascists that don't agree with them. Right. Gotcha. All right.
And
Who's fascist and fascist? The anti-fascist fascist.
okay, let's go ahead and do this one here too. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Can y'all see that? Hang on, let me click on myself.
I saw that one.
Combs sending me the picture bombing me here. I know you're not going to be able to see what that balloon says, but it says "Get well soon."
I love that one. That's awesome.
That was in town 2 weekends ago at the bottom of the hill.
I just heard today that Bill O'Reilly got canned from Fox, man.
That happened a couple days ago, I think.
Yeah, it was last Wednesday. I was kind of
mean,
shocked.
Can you all see this?
Fox is a bunch of pussies, I guess.
I don't know if you can see that or not.
Moab, what? You got to keep talking so it'll stay on your thing.
It's
There was Rob.
it's Trump and I think General Maddox, and they're talking about the Moab.
It's like the
I don't know if you can see that or not.
in like a cartoon thing.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about that bomb, the Moab, the mother of all bombs, it was dropped on a fucking ISIS target. I don't know why anybody has a problem with that. I don't understand any backlash, anything. It was dropped on an ISIS target. What is the deal? What's the problem?
They should have dropped more than one.
Yeah.
They're expensive, and we don't have that many. We got to.
Yeah, but they're all supposed to be expiring, I think, this year. So they're supposed to use them up or something.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
TR,
go ahead.
the liberals don't want America to win. TR, that's the
Evidently
thing.
not.
If you start getting close to winning, and I might be dating myself, because a bunch of y'all are like, I think the last chat I made this my mistake by implying you were born in the 60s. I think they called these Moabs daisy cutters during the Vietnam War.
Yeah, they're like the same thing, except Daisy Cutter was a little more crude, I believe. It was just a big tank of gas they dropped, and as soon as it hit the ground, there was something that followed it that set the whole mess on fire.
So this Moab is more politically correct and sensitive.
Yeah.
It's a green weapon. It's environmentally friendly. It's using eco diesel.
There you go.
I mean, the only thing it's missing is fucking
LP
pixie.
gas.
All we need is some fucking pixie dust in there and a picture of a unicorn on the side, and we're golden. I mean, man, we can make this UN compliant.
Well, they just need a plane to fly over after they drop that and drop like flower seeds.
Little leaflets that say "I'm sorry" and safety pins.
Little
Yeah.
snowflakes with their name on it.
What they do in Berkeley, they just throw like maybe 150 puppies with parachutes out the back door of like a CH53 and some Play-Doh, so they can play with the Play-Doh, and then they can pet the little cute puppies, and everything will be fine. Just declare the whole area a safe space after that.
If you all haven't listened to the song yet, you got to search on YouTube. I have friends in safe spaces.
I've listened to it. It's pretty funny.
And the Snowflake song. I put it on my iPhone. I had my daughter. I said, put this song on my phone so I can listen to it in the car. It's the best.
Well, the thing with the snowflakes and these millennials and stuff like that, they have gotten so bad and so far out of touch with reality. Even liberals and Democrats are saying, "What the fuck?"
They created them.
Y'all are taking this way too far.
I was trying to find an analogy, and the best thing I can come up with is the snowflakes today for the Liberal Party are kind of what Ross Perot was to Bush in '92 on the right side. A bunch of young voters that they thought they had under control that like went rogue on them, and now the left has this problem.
Yep.
Because I was one of those morons who voted for Perot.
I don't know. I think Perot had where he screwed up is where he dropped out.
Okay, everybody be really cool. My boss is actually in the audience right now, Sultan Shinola, so keep it clean. Everybody's cool.
Yeah,
Don't say anything weird. He's kind of sketchy that way.
That guy's kind of a dick. I remember him off YouTube a long time ago.
So, Cal, I think it's great you volunteered to fold laundry at the donation center on your day off.
Yeah, they just got to get back to the community,
That's very nice of you.
All right, since he's here, I'll go back and delete the last chat you was on.
Wasn't he? Isn't he some kind of a prepper or something? I remember him back in the day. He's something about the news. Prepper. He did some extreme bullet videos. He worked at the cannery at the. Yeah. I remember that guy. God, I remember that guy like it was yesterday. Jeez, Aria.
Well, in case you didn't see it, Cal, he said bring your knee pads tomorrow.
Oh, I saw it. The scary part is he actually keeps a jar of Vaseline in his desk.
Well, at least that's pretty nice boss there. Usually they don't lube.
Well, now wait a minute. I would like to bring up one thing. I'm pretty sure he voted for Obama on his first time, first time running for office. Now my memory is I'm going way back here because I used to talk to that guy a lot back in the day. I'm glad he's okay because it's been a while. But yeah, I think he voted for Obama. So you got to be careful what you say out there.
Right, and you all keep forgetting SoCal lives overseas in California, where if they don't have these extras, it could be a hostile working environment. So everything's got to be like sensitive and comfortable.
Yeah.
He knows I'm just breaking his balls. I wish I'd see him more on YouTube. I miss him.
Yeah, actually, just to give my brother some props. Matt, Sultan of Shinola, he did have he still has a YouTube channel. He used to do kind of a snarky rendition of daily topics and news, and his channel is Sultan of Shinola. Go check him out and try to convince his ass to do some more videos because he doesn't have enough to do as it is at home in his free time. So everybody go climb on his ass, tell him to get some more videos out because they were actually pretty good.
There's that California talk again.
Yeah, those Friday, I forget what they were called. I think they were every Friday, and it was great. It was He had the way of presenting it that was really funny. I loved it. So props to Mr. Shanola.
Daniel, SoCal is a fill in the blank. We're all sitting on the edge of our pants. Or seat, rather.
Is he the one that you were making smoothies with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is
And-
your brother your boss, or your boss really in the audience?
No, he really is my boss. He's my brother, like a very good friend. He's not actually my brother by blood, but no.
Okay.
I met him, and we've been working together coming up next month for 15 years now.
All right. I mean, we don't want to get you fired.
Nah, he's not going to fire me.
All right. So
He's
it's okay
good.
to talk
He's-
about those key. We can talk about those key locker programs.
Yeah. No problem.
Y'all go ahead. I'm doing a little house cleaning here. So
What you working on? you brought it up. Never mind.
I'm waiting to see TR hang up his commissioning certificate there. It's been sitting back there for what, a year now?
yeah, I need to hang that up. But, well, hell, nobody will see it if I hang it up somewhere in my house. I can put it right here so everybody can see
If they didn't watch the video where you put it there a year and a half ago, they wouldn't know what the hell it was.
it. I've talked about it a time or two. But if I put it somewhere else in my house, I mean, when Sonya come over here the other day, that was the first time anybody stepped foot in my house in 3 fucking years. Besides me. I'm a hermit.
I'm watching something real disturbing on the television right now. I get DC news out here with my antenna on the roof, and just saw the name of the town I'm in West Virginia on the weather map. That ain't a good sign. That means the secret's out.
You fixing to get hit or what?
I don't know. I'm like 150 miles away from these people. You know, why the hell they putting the name of the town on that map?
You're fucked.
I know. People say, what do you think of West Virginia? I think it sucks. You don't ever want to come out there. Go to Pennsylvania.
Go to DC.
I hear the Carolinas are nice. Go down there.
Yeah, we'll accept anybody apparently. Shit.
Nah, Sultan, it really wasn't the topic. We've been bouncing all over the damn place.
Yeah, he's a very structured kind of guy. He's probably looking for a particular topic.
Nah, it don't work like that here.
Yep. TR was talking about how his new girlfriend came over and cleaned up his house.
Yeah, boy, you talking about a whirlwind cleaning I had to do, and it still looks like shit. Can you imagine being a bachelor living in your house? You don't have a garage. I don't have a garage. 3 years later, nobody stepped foot in this house. Oh my God, it was terrible.
Yeah,
It still is.
you need a case of lawn and leaf bags. That's all.
Sounds like fucking paradise to me.
It was almost like trails. You know, you had to follow. There's no shit laying in the floor.
You need one of those signs like they do at the amusement park. You are here, and it's like a map. Like, okay, the bathroom. Like, you're gonna go up here to the left.
How many unopened boxes did you have from Cheaper Than Dirt?
No, I didn't have unopened boxes, but there was a lot of fucking beer boxes laying around. I will say that.
Talking about getting hit by trolls. Did you see Rich's chat the other night?
No, but I've heard about it, and I got to go check it out.
Oh my God, I saw it live. It was like the chat the external was just you couldn't even keep up. There was probably 1,000 trolls in there all at once, and then they were jumping in because he had the link in the description.
I
Hey,
heard
SoCal,
that was pretty funny. I missed it, obviously.
hey, SoCal. So you saying your boss is the Shinola guy?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the side chat. There's
Yeah,
that California talk again.
Yeah, exactly. Talking about fucking leather chaps and cheese strings with the cowboy hats and stuff. We do that. That's what we wear to work on Fridays because it's it's casual Fridays.
It's
With
inclusive.
Sombreros.
It's inclusive Friday. That's that California talk.
Yeah, it's what do they call it? Gender neutral Friday.
I'm seeing a lot of potential with this gender fluid issue, though. I'm just thinking, because I live in D.C. and there's a lot of government contracts that go around, and it's a big deal if you're a minority business or a female business to get these government contracts. And I'm just curious when the first court case comes out for somebody who's identifying to claim one of these contracts. How they'll rule.
I don't know.
Who knows? The tides are changing, you know. So we'll see. I mean, it was getting out of hand, and now that Trump got in there, they all went batshit fucking crazy, and I don't get it. I don't know.
I mean, what do you do with somebody who gets on a plane who has their cat because it's a comfort pet, seated next to somebody who has a medical condition with allergies? Who loses?
Cat
I mean,
gets thrown out the window.
Somebody's got to get the snowflake award. I mean, who takes priority? You know, the anxiety-stricken comfort pet person or the medically diagnosed allergy person? I mean, they each have like a protected class, you know, power level of 1.
I'll tell you like this: the bigger pussy wins.
Yep.
Or
Pun intended.
The lady with the cat who's gonna win.
over somebody who has a cat phobia that's documented
Yep.
with an allergy.
Now, we can't judge just because you're all fucked up in the head and you fucking love cat. We can't judge you. We can't tell you how retarded you really are. We have to isolate you and make you feel special, and then the world will be better.
Yeah, see, the documented medical case will take a side note to somebody that has a issue with a mental issue with something. That one will win out every time. And not reality, but in the America we live in right now.
All right.
I ain't saying I agree with it. I'm just saying the way the pussification of America's gone, that's just the way it is. For the moment.
I mean, the day is going to come when you have two of these social justice warrior issues at odds against each other, seated next to each other on a plane or a bus or some other place where they expect their accommodation.
Yep.
That might be the beginning of a good day for America. It's like the Bloods against the Crips. They'll take each other out.
This country's gonna have to put its big boy pants on, and we're gonna have to put a fucking nip this shit in the bud. And because we don't, I'll get serious for a moment. If we don't, this shit is going to get violent. I mean, it's been already violent as far as riots and mobs and stuff like that, but it's going to get really violent if we don't put a fucking cap on this shit.
Now, I think it needs to go a little bit further, TR. At first, I was like, you know, this is kind of getting out of hand. But now it's getting to the point where it's entertaining. I mean, all the low hanging fruit's been picked. You know, now we're getting ready to see what creative freaky shit can come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
This could be good. I mean,
I
I'm
don't
okay.
think. I think it was entertaining. Now it's getting to the point where it's beyond entertaining. It's stupid and something needs to happen. Something's going to happen. And
heads are about to be fucking cracked the fuck open.
Yep.
There's going
I mean,
to be.
I just think we're a year or two away from people marrying trees and shit. You know, I'm just.
When I'm not talking about just
I think that already
in
happened.
general and stuff like that. I'm talking about these riots that, what did you say it was pronounced? Antifa, what?
Antifa.
Antifa. I'm talking about these people. These motherfuckers are about to start getting killed. That's
Right.
what's about to happen. If they keep escalating it, these motherfuckers are going to end up in body bags.
Hey, TR, let me ask you a question. Without disclosing the actual town, what general region do you live in the Carolinas?
Greenville.
All right, if you walk outside, I'm willing to bet some beer that if you walked outside with your web camera, ain't nobody rioting outside, is there?
Oh fuck no! Them riots ain't happening here. No.
Well, I could be wrong. Let me check. I want to walk outside.
You're good.
No,
That's what
nothing happening here.
Nothing happening where I'm at either.
That's kind of what I was getting at. I'm like, they're not going to Antifa shit on my front porch because their ass is going to get fucking buried.
You know where they're Antifa-ing at? Right around all those assholes that created them. So I say Antifada on.
Yeah, they're a bunch of pussies.
Yeah, that's the thing. It does all this that we see on the news and on our news feeds on the internet and stuff like that. They're happening in very liberal cities, very democratic cities and stuff like that. To the point to where it's starting to spread, and it's going to become a problem if it's not took care of.
It's only going to become a problem if you guys put a Starbucks in. Tractor Supply, Harbor Freight, maybe a Walmart Supercenter. If you limit it to that, they're not going to come.
See, that's our problem. We've got all that, and then we've got a Starbucks on every corner too.
Yeah. That's like leaving free shit on the street. You're going to draw them in like that. You know, you got to clean that counter at the end of the night.
Yeah, I got a Starbucks within walking distance from my house.
You just got to ban the unicorn coffee or whatever the fuck they call it.
Yep.
I don't mind making the news.
There's no Starbucks in Travelers Rest, but we do have a Tractor Supply, Walmart, a few other stores.
You got a Harbor Freight?
Not in Travelers Rest, but there's one within 20 minutes of my house.
See, you're golden. That's all you need. And it is Sheets. If you got a Sheets or a Wawa, what more do you need?
Yeah, and within that, there's another Tractor Supply just a couple of blocks down, and a Lowe's and a Home Depot.
So we got a Tractor Supply about 5 minutes from me, and they put that in probably 3 or 4 years ago. I honestly now I don't know how that place is even going to stay in business because all the farmland that was here is now developed or being developed. You know, there's no more farmers. There's no more people that are going to go shop there.
I'd venture to say if you pulled up a map, any place there's a Harbor Freight or a Tractor Supply, there ain't been an Antifada whatever riot within 100 miles of it.
No. Yeah, you're
it's like
right.
It's like liberal DEET.
Yeah, it's isolated, but the I guess the thing is the news focuses on that tiny little bit of bullshit, pussification, and they act like that's the
pulse of the nation.
The pulse of the nation. Well, very well said. Thank you. And it's not. It's absolutely some fucking retarded little shitheads that happen to get the camera in front of them. So, Whatever. That's why, you know what? That's why I quit watching news. I don't like to look at my country through that prism. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do it. I don't give a shit.
I always joke with people in my neighborhood, because I'm real close to DC. Oh, we're gonna go downtown tonight. Go to dinner or see a show, and I'm like, yeah, I don't go past Bobby Lee's house. Arlington's where I call it. I don't cross that river. I don't know where my passport's at. I don't go north of the Potomac.
Well, that is, I will admit, you bring up some good points about that the liberal media wants you to believe this is the pulse of the nation, that they're all anti-Trump, they're all anti-conservative, they're all anti-Southern, they're all this and this and this. And it's actually just small groups and isolated incidents. But it still gives the impression it can snowball, and more people kind of go this route. I know, hate it, don't believe in it, don't understand it. I understand, but like Mississippi's like dismantling Confederate freaking statues and shit right now. Just because they're trying to be politically correct. And it's like, fuck, how many hundreds of thousands of fucking Southerners died in this war? Whether you believe it was right or wrong, it don't matter. I mean, it was a tribute to them.
Well, the biggest problem we have now is that most of the population are followers. They're just whatever seems to be the trendy thing. What happens to enter their ear 3 times during the day, they follow that. This nation was built on people that were leaders that made their own way, and now it's 99% of people just following. They're just like penguins, falling off that little ice cube, like you see in the little stupid movies. But that's what makes this country weak, is those assholes that are wondering why that shit is the way it is because it ain't strong, because you pussies following and not leading, and you wonder what's wrong. You're the fucking problem. That's the problem.
Yep.
Did you see? Okay, I'm going to change the subject. I know I'm about to wrap this up, but going along with that mentality, Nordstrom, am I saying it right? Some high-end,
Yep,
fucking retail store.
Nordstrom
is selling
next to Starbucks.
jeans. Yeah, selling jeans with fake mud stains on them for $425 a pair. So your rich little millennial can look like he actually gets it on the dirt every once in a while.
I'll sell them to him for $225.
I actually I have a little Nordstrom story. I did a remodel. They remodeled the one near me, and I did all the AV and stuff in there. And we'd go in there. We'd had to do the work at night because the store was still open, so we had to go in there at night. And I'll tell you what, I had to be working in their corporate, their major office that was within that facility, and their actual goals for the day are like $3 to $4 million a day, is what their goals are. And I'll tell you what, they hit it every single day. That store will rape everybody. They bring in so much money, it's not even funny how much money and the products that they sell, I don't see it, but the people will spend what they put the price tags on. And it's insane the amount of money that place would bring in. One little department store.
I think you're honest. I think you're onto something here, TR. You got a pretty good panel here. I mean, we can make some muddy jeans real quick. $125, mark them up to 200. Undersell Nordstrom's.
Hey, I'm gonna market my own pair of jeans here as Farmageddon jeans. Listen here, there's a cult following the Farmageddon shit here on the internet. So I'm gonna probably get about $350 for Farmageddon mud jeans. I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there right now so nobody will jump on that bandwagon.
They come with Pops. Do they come with burn marks on the bottoms of the pants?
Here's what you do.
And the back pocket's gonna have the 50 cal round in it.
Here you go. So here's what you do. Put Put the jeans on. Put it on Bob. Put like 100 rounds of 9mm through it. Maybe 50 rounds of 223. Fill one of the pockets with gunpowder. Then throw it in the fire. And then sell them. That's $500 right there. That's that's custom made awesomeness.
But you got to you got to get the dip ring in the back pocket.
Yeah.
But that what you just described is going to cost me like $600 a pair. I mean, I can't
do it, man. People
have to Armageddon jeans, so everybody's gonna buy them.
And you sell them. You call them Bubba jeans.
Yeah. People have to custom order them. They have to, tell you what size they need. You just go down, spend $30 on a pair of like 501s. I don't even know what they cost nowadays. I haven't bought a pair of jeans in forever, but yeah, go get a pair of $30 friggin' Levi's and then put some custom on it. Sell them for $600.
There you go. You mail the jeans into Pops with your custom order, the caliber of the holes you want. 308, 556. You want some black powder, you chew dip, we get the ring in there, customize them for you, put a little mud on them, and we mail them back to you wrapped in plastic.
$1,000.
You sell them on eBay, kind of like Hickok does with the targets.
Drag them around behind the tractor for a while. That'll get the mud on them.
And then you could also do the video on it while you're doing it to show the authenticity of it.
Oh, and only make the video available on Patreon. Do not put it on YouTube.
Right. And then you tell people where the link is, where it's on eBay, and you let people bid.
That shit better come with a bottle of Patron.
Oh yeah, a little bitty one.
Yeah.
175.
That reminds me. Is Liffer Wild out there right now? I was looking for that moonshine that he brought to Farmageddon. That stuff, the rye. Does anybody remember what that was? Who the label on it? Who made it?
I think he made a video on it.
Yeah, I missed it. Apparently, you said you drank it all up. I never got none.
No, you had some. You were sitting right next to me, you bonehead.
Oh, sorry.
Well, no, he brought the lead. Did he bring moonshine too?
Oh, I remember the rye whiskey. Yeah, it wasn't moonshine. It was rye whiskey.
I thought it was moonshine. I thought anything that was clear that came in a jar that said moonshine was moonshine.
Whatever the hell it was. I remember drinking it. I don't know.
Was he the one that got it like up? You said you couldn't find that around here, and then he found it like a.
No, that was that was Lead Slinger's whiskey. You're talking about that rye shine.
Yeah.
Same guy, different liquor, but yeah.
Isn't you have one more jar of that out at the farm, don't you?
No, that was the stuff from Dirt Road up in Pennsylvania, moonshine.
Oh.
There's so many damn liquor bottles in there. How do we even remember that we drank liquor?
Well, we can go watch about 600 videos that'll show us what we did.
Yeah. I'm gonna probably have that shit there next year. But you know what? Farmageddon's canceled next year. Y'all know that, right?
No.
Not like it. The sheriff.
Yeah, we gotta find a different location, unfortunately. But I'll keep you guys posted.
Wah, 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 wah.
How much space do you need?
43 acres did pretty good.
Just let us know when the lawsuit with you and your neighbors is over. Now you need to open a Patreon account to fund your lawyers, right?
No, we'll work it all out. But yeah, I'll do don't worry. I'll do a video about it later on. Don't worry about it.
Oh man.
All right, guys.
I've got plenty of land up in Tennessee. We can move it there.
I can't tell if you're kidding or not. This is starting to scare me. Let's just cancel Farmageddon. But you better send me an invite for the next one.
I heard Blue is going to host it on his farm up in Pennsylvania.
No, he actually
that.
thought about doing something like that, but he realized that it wouldn't really work up there where he's at. So
Hey, TR, he's not here to say no, so
that's true. Yeah, but he lives too fucking far away. I say that, and SoCal was there from fucking California.
That's kind of like you said and blew the inverter.
Yeah. Hey, send free shit.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I mean, I could stay up a little while, but I know, it's freaking Tuesday. It's a school night, so let's wrap this up, and I'll see everybody Sunday or next Tuesday. And anyway, I'll let everybody do an outro, and we'll start with Big Meat Sunday, or otherwise known as WTF SoCal, and he's got a couple other channels and blah, blah, blah. Go ahead.
Yeah, the blah, 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 blah. Thanks for having me on, TR. Always a good time. Glad you guys are putting up with me. I know I'm kind of new to this stuff, but hopefully I'm adoptable. Do me a favor and go check out my buddy out there in the chat land, Sultan of Shinola. He hasn't done a video in 6 years, but they're all still pretty funny. His take on the news. And maybe we can get him to do a new one sooner than later. And if you like cooking, go check out Big Meat Sunday on YouTube. And if you like gun videos and reloading shit, check my other channel out, WTF SoCal. And have a good evening, everybody. Nice chatting with you.
Thanks for coming on. It's a pleasure to have you on here. It's pretty cool. It's nice to meet you in person, and enjoy having you on the panel, man.
Thank you, sir.
TRprepper.
Once again, TR, I'd like to say thanks for having me on, and wish me all luck tomorrow for my electrical inspection on my off-grid solar power. And I'm going to throw this back to SoCal. I remember watching your radio-related videos when I was over in Russia. So if you're going to call out your boss, make some videos, I think you need to get back on the stick and do some commo videos. I'm just saying.
Hey, all right. The only I only have 2 radios left.
I was going to say, put all them radios in a box and I'll give you $50.
I don't have most of them anymore. Sold them all. But maybe it's a good excuse to start buying them up again.
Appreciate you having you on here, Combs. Curious Yellow Solar. Go right ahead, man.
Thanks, TR, for having me on, man. It was a pleasure. Good meeting you all and talking and shooting the shit and whatnot. And everybody out there on the side chat, thanks for supporting TR and these chats and everything. And I ain't got nothing going on trying to get my Achilles tendon to heal back up here. So then once I get back on my feet, I'm going to maybe start making some more videos. I got a bunch of stuff. I know I got a bunch of videos I need to make, and I just ain't had the willpower to go do it. So, but it's coming. Everybody hold tight. Thanks for having me on, buddy.
Well, thanks for jumping in. I appreciate it. Pop's Quest, the man of the hour. Go ahead, man.
I only got one thing to say. CZ Mafia for life.
In the house.
Hey, Reptilian, CZ Mafia for life.
That's right.
Yeah, once you go CZ, you never go back. It's like crack. Once you use it one time, you're done. You're hooked. But anyway, thanks everybody for coming by. Thanks panel for jumping in. I do appreciate it. I really do. I don't expect any of you guys to jump in just because I send you an invite. But if you can, I do appreciate it. It makes for a really good chat to have several people on here, and I do appreciate it. I do. But anyway, we'll see y'all next time, and later, everybody.